Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create purchase entry. Once you log into the application, you will be redirected to this quick actions page wherein you can select the purchase entry from the icons here, or you can select the transactions drop down and you can click on purchase entry. Since we have already logged into the application and selected the GSTIN, it is directly taking you to the page where we can create the purchase entry. Otherwise, you have to first select the GSTIN for which you are creating the purchase entry. Once you are redirected to this page, you need to select the date for which you have made the purchase, the date which is available on the purchase invoice. Say for example on 2nd March you have done a purchase for which you have a purchase invoice. So you need to select 2nd March in the drop down from the calendar. Then under the supplier, you need to select the supplier from whom you have bought the goods or service. In case if the supplier name is not available in the drop down, you can add it by clicking on this plus button and you can create the supplier. So in this transaction we are using supplier 1 to create the purchase entry. So once you select the supplier name, the state will be auto populated for this particular supplier, and you need to update the purchase invoice number which is available in the purchase invoice, and you need to select the type of the transaction, the invoice type from the drop down here. I am selecting regular here since it is a regular transaction. Once you do that, this section will be activated. Here you can add the product for which you are creating the purchase entry. So I am selecting the product test 1 here, and the HSN code and the unit of measurement would be auto populated from the product master. Once you do that, you need to update the rate per unit what is available in your purchase invoice. Assume that 100 rupees is the unit cost for this particular product and you have bought 200 units. So your cost would be 20,000 would be your net value, and in case if you got any discount you can update it, or if you have any additional expenses you can update it here. If there is nothing, you can update the same as your taxable value. Since it is a interstate transaction between two different states, in your purchase invoice also you would have the transaction under IGST. Considering this is a goods or a service with 12% tax rate, I am updating 12 in the IGST rate and 2,400 as the IGST amount, and the tax amount for this transaction would be 2,400, and invoice value will be your taxable value plus the tax amount which will be 22,400. Once you update these details, if it is only one product per this invoice, you can click on create purchase entry, your transaction would be created. Or if you want to add multiple items, you can click on this add new product and you can again select the products from the drop down and update all the mandatory fields. Here assume it's a product with 5% tax rate, you can select the same here. And if there are only 2 items, you can click on create purchase entry. If there are more items, you can click on add new product and you can add those. Since in this transaction I'm creating only 2 products, I will click on create purchase entry Once you click on that, your purchase entry would be created in the drop down. You can see that this is the transaction.